Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. So, as you'll have seen from the title and the card, this one is a modern 100 baby challenge suitable mansion. What sort of led me to thinking this was a good idea for a speed build was that as I'm recording this, I'm coming to the end of time for my second matriarch in my 100 baby challenge. Hannah is a vampire. She's currently living in Vlad's castle, which I've renovated to look like more Disney-ish and less gothic horror. But even though I'm not sure who the new matriarch is going to be yet, I was thinking, well, I'd like her to move somewhere outside Forgotten Hollow. I was thinking, you'll see I've built this one in Windenburg because I was thinking either that or Glimmerbrook would probably be the best in terms of high cloud rain count. But Glimmerbrook is annoyingly full of mages or spellcasters or whatever. So I thought I would give Windenburg a go perhaps as my next location. Now, I have built this with furniture because when I had my first matriarch move out and the second one take over, I kept all of the existing furniture and then kind of have just added to it. But I'm thinking that the new matriarch, I'm going to start with fresh furniture, but then keep obviously things like birth certificates and that kind of stuff. And obviously I don't know what kind of style the new matriarch's going to have because I don't even know who they are yet, but I thought a modern mansion would be nice. Now this has no vampire coffins or any vampire-y kind of stuff in it. That kind of stuff I may bring or I may just purchase, but I thought because I wanted to upload this to the gallery, I wanted to keep it custom content free and I wanted to keep it focused on your typical human 100 baby challenge. So that's why I didn't put in coffins and things. I did put in a photography studio as a money-making option. Obviously, if someone were to download this and they didn't have Moschino stuff, then they might want to replace that with, I don't know, like a video studio or an art studio, just depending on how that particular matriarch is making their dough. I feel like by the time your 100 baby challenge is getting to the point where you can afford this house, you've probably got money trees. Maybe you're not really working anymore because this place, I think, is in the gallery for around about 400,000 simoleons, a little bit less, 390 something maybe, I want to say. So maybe you don't need to have a photography studio or a video studio because you're already okay. You're already rolling in money. I know some people, when they change matriarchs, will actually basically do it like rags to riches and start again with no money. I haven't done that with mine. I just, partly because I really wanted Vlad's castle for my second house because it was funny. And I booted him out, kicked him to the curb. Vlad lives on the street now. It's great. You'll see the videos a little bit choppy. The reason for that is I was having a bit of difficulty with the video editing software that I've got. It freaks out if I have too many videos because it's old and basically freeware that I got to do the editing because I haven't bought myself some decent software yet. And it kind of crashes and like doesn't work if I have too many videos in a row. So I did kind of look through and videos that looked like, yeah, okay, you know, I spent 5 or 10 minutes playing with the lounge room or whatever. People don't need to see that. So if it does jump like it did just then, where suddenly it was like, bam, walls, that's the reason why. Sorry about that, but there's not a lot I can do, unfortunately. I had a lot of fun decorating this place. Obviously, I will tailor it to suit my matriarch when I eventually move in. I'm not 100% sure that we'll be able to afford it. I mean, we've got more than 100,000 simoleons in effectively loose change, and I feel like selling Vlad's place and the furniture in it should give us enough. I don't actually know, so it'll be interesting. Be a bit awkward if it turns out I built this place for my matriarch and I can't afford it, so that'd be great. But yeah, this isn't super friendly if you don't have a lot of packs. I've got probably 3/4 of the packs now, so there's a few packs I don't have. I think I've got like 7 stuff packs I still need to get. I still don't have Dine Out. That's the only other one I don't have other than stuff packs. Oh, and I don't have Discover University yet, so there's no university based stuff in this build because I was kind of hoping it would go on sale for Black Friday and it didn't, which I shouldn't be surprised by, honestly, but just because it's new, and people would be well salty if EA put it on sale straight away after people have like pre-ordered it and stuff. So I get that. But I'll wait a little bit longer for that one, I think. I have been watching lots of DU Let's Plays just to change subjects for a bit. And I have to say, I feel like I must have very poor ability to judge what packs are going to be worth it. Because I was super keen for Island Living. I pre-ordered that, I think. I think I did pre-order it actually. And Realm of Magic as well. And I've loved Realm of Magic. I found Island Living, once I finished sort of the conservationist career, hasn't had a lot of replayability, but I do take my Sims there to visit, to have like a swim and a play, and I am looking at starting a Runaway Teen challenge with a spellcaster twist in Sulani, so that'll use all my recent expansions. But I thought, I was a bit skeptical about DU, but looking at the Let's Plays and the gameplay that comes with it, I feel like it might actually objectively be a better pack than definitely Island Living and possibly Realm of Magic. But then DU's a full pack, whereas Realm of Magic's a game pack, so you would expect DU to be better than Realm of Magic. But I'm like, maybe I should have bought DU straight away, because it looks like lots of fun. I won't be doing a Let's Play of it. I have had at least one person request that I get Ahi, who was the toddler from my Island Living Let's Play, and send her to uni, but I'm finding at the moment that it's challenges and speed builds are more kind of where people's interest seems to be on my channel when I do Let's Plays. People seem to kind of lose interest pretty quickly. I don't know if that's me. It probably is. Like, maybe I'm just crap at them, which is a shame because I really love doing them. But, you know, I also love getting comments and hearing from people and having a bit of a conversation about what's going on, which I can't really do when it's Let's Play. Especially when the people who are watching it are people who aren't commenting on YouTube, and I'm getting comments face to face, which is cool. But, you know, maybe down the track, I'll just live vicariously through other people's Let's Plays. I am keeping my eye out. If you hear of a challenge for university, let me know, because I was thinking it would be a super fun place to do a challenge. I was contemplating something like Lil Simsy's wheel spin challenge for university, like what she did with Island Living, but then she started one, damn her. So she's doing a wheel spin challenge with it at the moment, and I was like, oh, because I would look like such a copycat. And to be fair, she came up with the whole idea in the first place. So I do want to do a wheel spin challenge variant myself, but yeah, I won't be doing it yet, because I feel like I've got my 100 baby challenge, I've got my celebrity gold digger, and I'm gonna start Runaway Teen, and that's 3's probably enough to have on the go at any given time. So yeah, this is my baby making room, by the way, just to go back to the build for a sec. Obviously it's a love den. I love it, it's so over the top. I was trying to think of, like, this is the seduction room, basically, come here. And it's very heavy on the reds, because red, obviously the colour of love, but red also the colour of blood, and I'm planning on using this for vampires, so anyway. This is the room where I can probably save some money when I move my Sims in. Oh, if you were wondering, the reason why I built a carport and then put a boat from Island Living in it was because I built this in Windenburg, and it's on the island. There's no roads, so there are little piers. If you're familiar with it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So there are these little piers, so presumably the people who live on this island are getting around by boat. Now, I know the boat doesn't work. Obviously it doesn't work. This isn't Sulani, so that boat is purely decoration. Obviously if someone downloaded this lot and put it anywhere else, pretty much any other world except Sulani, I would recommend replacing the boat with a car. But I put a boat and then went and put that little shaded dirt bit in, and then went and changed it all. I did quite a lot of rethinking on the terrain as I went here, just because I put it on the biggest lot on the island because I wanted the mansion to be big, but I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted for the exterior. And you'll see I just kind of tinkered and added stuff. I was listening to an audiobook while I was doing this, so I'm currently listening to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, So there were a lot of like space dogfights. It's a science fiction book, which is unusual for him, but I'm really enjoying it because he doesn't do heavy sci-fi. His science fiction tends to have the same, it feels a lot like his fantasy actually. It's just that because all of his fantasy is he sets up the rules of his magic system and then follows them. His sci-fi is kind of the same, so it's not super heavy on the, insert names of complex components and you need a physics degree to understand it. Because I'm not that person. I don't judge people who love that kind of stuff, obviously, but it's not really my jam. So you'll see I'm getting into the front of the lot now. I had a lot of fun playing with this kind of different patterns and things and coming up with different shapes and stuff. But compared to the rest of the terrain, I feel like that part's quite rigid and everything else is a lot more, I've just put lots of plants in and like painted with terrain paint. I don't know. I mean, I like the way it came out, but yeah, it's a bit less of a focus. I mean, it makes sense if your homeowner is a vampire. I feel like that makes sense because they are not going to spend a huge amount of time outside. Anyway, I'm going to end this part here. So you can find this lot on the gallery. In fact, the name of this video is the name of the lot, so you should be able to find it. Or you can search for my EA ID, which is Hurricane Cass. So HURRICANECAS. So 1 S. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe, you know the drill, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.